Can't face it. God can't fix it.
Okay. This is a copy of the cover sheet of the report. It's on the World Wide Web. If you want to go search for it, you can just look for the report on correspondent banking. Okay, and that's a copy of the report. It's an incredible read. What they don't tell you in there, of course, is that the U.S. economy is dependent upon that drug money, among other things. Now let's go a little further. Gotta love this. If this gentleman down here in the black jacket walks into a bank with a deposit of $10,001, does everybody understand that the bank has to fill out a report and send it to the U.S. Treasury indicating that he might be a money launderer? But did you happen to know that under U.S. laws, there are certain classes of business that are exempt from making currency transaction reports? Included in those are a bank, obviously, a department or agency of the U.S. government. CIA does not have to fill out currency transaction reports. An entity established under the laws of any state, But you come down to this one. A listed entity other than a bank whose common or analogous equity interests are listed on the New York Stock Exchange or American Stock Exchange or designated as a NASDAQ national market security. If you have a company that trades on Wall Street, you can launder all the money you want to. It's legal. Gee. Now I'm just laying a little groundwork here for you before we get to September 11th. We're getting there. Just last year, a group of companies were called into me with Janet Reno, who's not probably the most ethical person that ever lived, and Secretary of State Deputy Treasury Secretary Stuart Eisenstadt. And these companies, Hewlett-Packard, Ford, Sony, General Motors, Whirlpool, General Electric, and Philip Morris, were called into the Department of Justice for the amount of drug money they were laundering. Basically, the message was, you guys cool it. Okay? It's getting like out of hand. Now, let me ask you a question. This gentleman right here, what's your name? Kevin. Kevin is a drug lord. Kevin is the king of all drugs in South America. Okay? All right. And let's say this young lady right down here with the glasses. What's your name? Rhonda. Rhonda is the executive vice president of General Motors for the Southern Hemisphere, or South America. Okay? Kevin, you call up Rhonda one day and you say, I'd like 100 Chevy Suburbans, armor-plated, custom built, at $30,000 each, and I'll pay cash. Rhonda, what are you going to say to that offer? All right. All right. Now, Kevin's got money that he can't spend because it's drug money. But now he's got 100 Chevy Suburbans. But let's say now that, the gentleman with his hand on his chin right there. Yeah, right there. What's your name? No, you. What's your name? Brian. Brian is Jack Welch, the chairman of General Electric. Okay? Now, Kevin, you're really good. Okay? You got $200 million that you got to move. Okay? So you call up Jack Welch's assistant, special accounts assistant. You say, I'd like to open in South America Kevin's Appliances. I'd like to buy $200 million of everything GE has, because I'm going to open this appliance store and I'll pay you cash. Now, Jack Welch at GE, what do you say? Right on. Let's do this deal. Now, by the way, who owns NBC? General Electric. MSNBC, CNBC, all the NBCs. Okay? Now, let's just take a look at that for one quick second. Very quickly, a price-to-earnings ratio, P to E, market capitalization. It's very simple. If you have a company that has 10,000 shares, and each share sells for $10, did I say 1,000 shares? 1,000 shares, $10. Your market capitalization is $10,000. You multiply the share price by the number of shares. Market capitalization. You divide that by net profits. In other words, what you sell less the cost of doing business. And you come up with the ratio. This is how they value the stock market. Okay, so if you have a company that has a $300 million market capitalization and a $10 million net profit